It's your boy Dway, and you're watching Keeping Up with Dway. Look, we gotta talk. The feds just turned up the heat on Lil Durk in a way that it's going to change the rap game forever. Okay, 2 days ago, federal prosecutors filed a major motion. They ain't just looking at GPS pings and phone records anymore. Guess what? They coming for the music. They want to play Durk lyrics in his music video right in front of the jury to prove he the one who ordered the hit in LA. We got a massive hearing coming up this Monday, February the 9th. If the judge allow this, Durk in the world of trouble. Smash that like button. Subscribe if you new here. And let's dive into the details. Okay. So here's the breakdown. The prosecution want to use not only one of Durk's songs. They don't want to just use not only one Durk song. They want to use 9 music videos and 3 songs. They specifically looking at the track like All My Life. I know y'all remember that song. An unreleased song called Scoom His, you know what I'm saying? Now, why does this matter? Prosecutors are arguing that Durk lyrics aren't, artistic expressions. They calling them admissions of guilt. They claim that when Durk raps about slide for Vun or mentions Beverly Hills, he's literally talking about the 2020 shooting of Quando Rondo cousin at the Beverly Hills gas station. The feds are saying the lyric is Scoom is described the location, and not only the location, but the motive to to it too. They're trying to link the lyrics to the $10,000 bounty they say was placed on Quando head. And Durk legal team isn't just sitting back. His lawyer Drew Finley, y'all already know how he coming. The $1 billion lawyer, he fighting, right? He's not giving up. I'm talking about he fighting his tooth and nails. They brought in an expert, Professor Eric Nelson. If you don't know him, he wrote the book, Rap on Trial. The argument is simple. Rap is a persona. Just because Johnny Cash sang about shooting a man in Reno doesn't mean he did it, right? Come on, let's just be real here. They arguing that if the judge let these lyrics in, it's going to be unfair. I'm talking about just gonna be biased. The jury, because they judge Durk on the tough guy image rather than the actual facts of the case. Do y'all think the same thing, or that's just how I'm thinking at the time? Because to me, because we done seen them try to use lyrics in different people cases, and sometimes it work, and sometimes it get thrown out. They just something we got to watch and see how they gonna treat Durk situation. Now, let's look ahead to this Monday, right? This isn't just trial yet, because it ain't starting already. But it's coming up soon. That's set for April the 21st. But the status hearing is huge. That's what you got to be prepared for. And his attorneys also. Okay, Durk team is expected to complain about his jail conditions again. He's been in 23-hour lockdown. As we all know, they're saying his rights are being violated, especially since he had his phone and visitation restricted after the afterwatch incident, you know, but they're going to put him in solitary confinement long, you know, just try to break him. They already can't break him. They're trying to break him. We might get a vibe from the judge on whether these lyrics are coming in or staying out. Remember, you got to remember now, you got to remember, it ain't just him alone on this case. He got these guys. There are 5 other OTF associates involved. The judge, you know what I'm saying? It's 5 more associates involved. The judge is going to have to make sure that not only Lil Durk ready for trial, he got to make sure these guys are prepared for trial. Right? The case is getting heavy. And I mean heavy, y'all. If the feds win this argument, any rapper who mentions a real life beef in a song could find themselves in a courtroom. With their own music being used against them. But that's how they play. We done seen them play like that. They would try to do that. They would use your lyrics or whatever against you. Social media posts, you know, a statement. They'll use anything to get you where they want you at. You know, I want to hear from y'all. What y'all take on this? Do you think it's fair for the feds to use the lyrics as evidence? Let's just be honest. Because if it's fair for them to use his lyrics in trial, what about the people who tell a lot of lies? You know, some people can't even be trusted. Every word come out their mouth is a story. So they might not be able to use the lyrics. It depends on how his lawyer get up there and fight. You know what I'm saying? You got the right to freedom of speech too. You know, so we gonna have to see how his lawyer gonna fight the situation, because it's gonna be a battleground in that courtroom. It's gonna be a battleground in the courtroom February the 9th. So y'all better be buckled up and prepared for it. You know, or is this a violation of his First Amendment? Because that's what I just got done talking about. I think it's gonna be a violation. You know, y'all drop a comment down below and let me know what y'all think about the whole situation. And don't forget to check out other videos on the channel and keep it locked. You know what I'm saying? Keep it locked here for the breakdown of the hearing on Monday. Guess what? I'm going to be right back. This is Keeping Up with Dway, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace. I'm out.